As a CEO, I'm always sending a message. My words and deeds, however small or off the cuff, will be scrutinized and interpreted. Avoiding misunderstandings and misinterpretations are a key component to my communications plan.
As a growing company, probably the biggest day-to-day challenge that we face is time management. We have so many moving parts, and we have so many ideas, and we have so many missions that we really want to accomplish.
One thing that we talk about all the time is we never want something to bite us in the end. So we work it out together. If it makes sense, we do it, and if it doesn't, we don't.
We have a lot of military in our company. We like to say fire and forget, which means that you can give a task to somebody and not have to worry about that task being completed. That person is going to do it. So you fire and forget and move on to the next task.
As a CEO of a growing company, the biggest challenge I face is to constantly keep people focused on the rock. Our rock is to make our members happy and help them accomplish their objectives. If we keep focused on that rock, we're going to move forward as a company. If we don't, we're going to struggle.
By starting with having the right team and that share the same vision as you do as a leader, which then frees you up as an executive to be able to focus more strategically on how we grow the business and can deliver a better experience to all of our members.
One of the interesting things about being a CEO is that some weeks I actually meet a 40-hour week. I probably would have hoped that somebody would have told me about what the work week looks like, but honestly, I wouldn't have believed them.
What I wish I had known is that this is not going to be a 9-to-5. When you start as a very small company and you grow and you've got the aspirations that we do and we can see the lives that we're changing, we don't stop working.
The biggest day-to-day challenge I say all the time is 24 hours in a day. If there was 48 hours in a day, we would all be a lot more productive. It's the balance in life and getting to all the appointments and people when you are a fast-growing company.
I used to equate trucks and equipment to people and employees, and they all had a metric. People are everything. Company is where we are today because of the wonderful people we have working for us.
If you do right by people, you have integrity, you create trust, you're honest with people, you can't help but be successful.
Probably the best piece of advice I've received about growing a fast-growing company is keeping pace or being proactive versus reactive. If you're being reactive, you're not thinking ahead, you're not forecasting your changes, your growth. So having that infrastructure in place.
Early in my life, I went in the Army, and in the Army I became a sergeant in Vietnam. And I learned a long time ago to take care of the people, to bring them home, keep them alive. I don't have to worry about keeping them alive, but I do have to worry about keeping them employed.
I've learned it's easy to become heavily focused on the day-to-day of securing new business, new clients, and increasing revenues, which means it can be easy to lose sight of people becoming unhappy, which obviously affects enthusiasm, productivity, and ultimately retention.
No CEO the first time down says no to the short-term opportunities and short-term gains. But what you do is you do it once or twice, and you find out that while it seemed good on paper, it doesn't really lead you anywhere.
As the company grows, we have to adhere to those changes, and those changes are difficult if we don't have the right people. The right people are what sets us apart and what allows us to continue that growth.
Starting a company, you want to splash the market very strong and fast. Obviously, being more articulate at the very beginning, getting the right people around you, and slowing things down is what I would tell any startup company.
We start with the end in mind. And if you do that, you stick with your strategy. And the tendency in business is sometimes to do things because there's a profit to be had. And if you do things for the money, usually at the end of the day, it'll come back to bite you in the butt.